So, guys, today, as you know, we'll be looking at support and resistance. Like, what is support and what is resistance, and how to trade support and resistance, and how to spot support and resistance. What type of support and resistance do we have? You know, support and resistance is one of the strategies that is being used to trade. And one thing about support and resistance, you can trade it in any type of financial market, whether it's stock, crypto, or forex, indices, and volatility index. So we'll be looking in different pairs, whereby we'll spot support and resistance and how to trade it, what kind of support and resistance we do have. So support and resistance is basically where price or market reverse or bounce, or where it changed direction. It's where price changed direction. So let's open a one pair. So whereby when I talk, I will be able to show you some of the examples, guys. Let's look at one pair first. Let's open GJ. So you can understand whereby I mean support is where market or price change direction. So if we can see, looking at this left here, this is the lowest low. So when price got here, it did what? It went up, it changed direction. So it went back down again. And when it get here, it got enough strength to change direction to go up. So this is what we call is a support level, because price is supported to bounce up. So when price get here, it get enough strength to do what? To bounce to the upper side. So that's why we say it's support, because price is supported to move up. That's why I say when price get to this level, it changed direction. So how do we spot support or resistance? Even on resistance, let's check resistance. Here is our resistance here. So when price get here, it resists to go down. And when it goes down, it go back to our support. So support is more like your floor. Like when you're standing on your floor, you are supported. And when you go on your roof, there's something that's it's resisting you to go higher. So when we spot our support, what do we look for? We look for a price that are visible to you, like your lowest low. This is our lowest low. At GJ, this is our lowest low. So, and when we spot support, we spot it looking at multiple rejection, where price is rejecting. As we can see, when price get here, it was also rejecting. There's a first rejection, second rejection, third rejection. So also look for multiple rejection. So here we can see price was also rejecting. So what we do, we put our support, because we have rejections. Let's go again. Let me just reduce my price. So another level is this level here. Is also the highest, the high time frame whereby price get reversed. So looking at this price, we can also look at our left. We can see when price touch here, it react. It did give us a touch here and it did react. And if we look back, we can see when price got here, it was supported to push up. And when price got here also, it was also supported to push up. So this is another resistance. So also, another thing is that support can also turn into a resistance. What I mean by that, when price is below this level, when price is below this level, is what it is our resistance. So when price is here is our resistance. So but when it goes and come and retest this resistance, it becomes our support, because now price is at our support, so it can turn to the highest point. Even our resistance can turn into a support, or our support turn to a resistance, guys. Did you get that one? No. It was clear, that one, guys.
Yeah, clear.
Okay, let's go on a weekly. So I marked my level looking at monthly. I marked my level looking at monthly. So now I want to go on a weekly time frame, because also our support and resistance, it is strong when you find it on a bigger time frame, like a weekly, monthly, and daily. Those are the strongest support. So let's go on a weekly time frame. So some other level, you won't be able to spot them on a bigger time frame, but when you do your multiple time frame, that's whereby you will be able to see them. That's whereby you'll be able to see other levels. So what do we see here? We can see we have a level that is full of rejection. Let me zoom in. We have this level here, which is, it was our resistance, and now it turned into support. We have another level here. It was a resistance and it turned into support. So how do we spot our support? We look at multiple touches. As we can see, we have the first touch here, second, third, fourth. So we have 4 touches. So this is a strong support zone. And when we look at resistance, we have a first touch, second, and third touch here. And remember what I said, our resistance can turn into a support, and support can turn into a resistance. When you see this candle, it did break our resistance and came to retest here. It came to retest, which it made our resistance turn into a support. So now with this level, resistance level, that we can you mute your mic, guys? Your background, someone's background is making a lot of noise. So we have this weekly level. So I will change a color for this one, so I know this is a weekly level. So another type of support that we have is our moving average. Is our moving average, guys. This is 50 SMA. So we can see this is another type of support. Do we see? We can see when price is below, 50 SMA, our SMA is acting what as a resistance. When price is below 50 SMA, our SMA is acting as resistance. But when it grows 50 SMA, our SMA is acting as support. So when it grows, then price, it always moves up and it's coming back to our 50 SMA. So that's another type of support and resistance we do have. That's another type of support and resistance we do have. We can also take what we call a trend line. A trend line can also act as support or resistance. Let's take our trend line from here to here. So when price is below our trend line, so this trend line is acting like what? Like a resistance. It's acting like resistance. We can see when price touch this trend line, it goes back down. When it touch, it goes back down. What I said our support can turn into a resistance. So now price did break this resistance and coming back here to retest, turning it into support. Do you guys follow, or I'm moving too fast?
No, follow.
You all follow. I'm not moving too fast. So yeah, we have our support and resistance, whereby we identify them because of the multiple rejection. As you can see here, is a multiple rejection. We have our support and resistance because of number of touches do we get on that support or resistance. We have our moving average as a support or resistance. We also have our trend line as support and resistance. And remember, our support and resistance can turn, a support can turn into a resistance, and resistance can turn into a support. So let's go on a daily time frame. Let's go on a daily time frame, guys. So we can see it on daily. What do we have here? We have a confluence zone, guys. I always talk about confluence zone. We have a confluence zone here. This is our resistance because of these two rejection here, and it turned into our support. And check when price get here, it also at our moving average. So now we have a strong support here because of this zone and also our moving average. And also check here, when price touch our moving average, it reject. You can see that, guys. You can see it. When price touch here, it do what? It reject. It goes up. It comes back again to our moving average. When it get here, you can see with this rejection, like it's rejecting. So now we can see here, our moving average is just crossing between our price. So here we can say price is ranging at our support and resistance. So when moving average is just moving between your price, it's ranging. But we can see with this rejection, like price is bumping when you get enough support. Supported to go up. So we can say we have another support looking at our daily time frame. We can say, okay, this is our support. Let me change a color so that we can know where is it coming from. I will make it green. So how do we trade? How do we trade here? So the way you're gonna trade, let's say you trading with moving average, you wait for price to be above your moving average. To be above your moving average, and it must reject. So this, it won't happen most, but it will happen. You can see here, when it was rejecting here, you could have bought and you wait for price to come here, you buy. When it gets here, you were gonna buy. So maybe it might gonna stop you out, or you will hold those loss for quiet some time. But you know, when price is above your moving average, it's gonna buy. When it's below, it's gonna sell. So you don't just use this, but you're gonna use it with your strategy on your price action and whatever confirmations that you have. So let's look on 4 hour. I want us to see how we trade price at support. So when we trade, we can see, like, let me show, we can see here price is rejecting. Why price is rejecting here, guys? Why price is rejecting here? Why price is rejecting here? It's because, sorry? As we can see, guys, looking here, price is rejecting because we can see it was also a resistance zone looking at left. So that's why price is rejecting, because it was also a resistance zone. So we're gonna mark it. We're gonna mark it. So now we go on 4 hour. So how we gonna trade here? How we gonna trade? So if you're looking at, first, if you're looking at moving average, you will wait for a full 4 hour candle to close above your moving average, and you will take your entry here. You will take your, once candlestick it close above your moving average, that's when you take your entry. Where you gonna exit? So our support and resistance, we can use it for entry and we can use it for exit. So where we're gonna exit, we're gonna look at this level here. We're gonna look at left. We look at this level and say, okay, when price got here, it did reject. So our next take profit, meaning it will be here, because when price get here, it do what? It reverse. So when you say, okay, I'm gonna make an entry at, I don't know where to exit, you look left and say, okay, I'm gonna exit here, looking at this price level here. So you see when price get here, it reverse. So you can use support and resistance for entry and exit. I said with moving average, you will wait for full 1 hour or 4 hour candle to close above your moving average. So another, that's the first entry that you can use with moving average. Let's look at another entry of a trend line. Let's go on a 4 hour. Let's go on 1 hour. On 1 hour, we can see here, price when it get at resistance is giving us what? A double top, which is another reversal pattern. So we have a resistance zone here. It's your first confirmation. We have a double bottom, is your second confirmation. So you won't hesitate to take this entry. So maybe you say, okay, I have only 2 confirmations, they're not enough. I need that confirmation. Your trend line, and you say at the break of a trend line, that's when I'm gonna take my entry. So you can say when price it breaks this trend line, maybe you say you wait for 1 hour full candle to close, and you're gonna take your entry, let's say somewhere around here. Where you gonna exit? You're gonna look where? Right. And you're gonna look for your next support level, and that's where you're gonna exit. We can see here, this was a resistance. We can mark this range. We can say, okay, we might expect it to come here, to come to this level, because we can see price was playing here. So you might expect it to come to this level. That's your first entry. So we can see here, we have a, looking here, we have a zone here. So when we go to right, we can see, okay, price react when it get here because of this looking at left. So when it get here, it do what? It react. So someone may say, okay, I will wait for it to break this support and turn it into a resistance. What do? If you already open a position, you can scale in from here. You can also scale in from here. So guys, do you see another entry here? We have another entry. Do you see it? Do you see entry? With this entry, I will take it at 2 o'clock. I don't know if guys do see the entry that I'm talking about. Look at moving average. I said when price is above our moving average, we're buying. But when price goes and close below our moving average, we're gonna do what? We're gonna sell. So at 2 o'clock, if this 2 o'clock candle close below our moving average, this will be another entry. This will be another entry because now our moving average is no longer supporting, is now resisting. So we'll take another entry at 2 o'clock, provided that price close fully under our moving average. Guys, any question or anything before I move to another pair?
Yeah, therefore, if you don't want to use moving average, just
Sorry?
if you're not using moving average, you're just using trend lines. Where would you take another entry for sale?
For sale, I will wait for it to cross this zone here.
Okay.
I will
And
wait
retest,
for it
and then
and retest. Or also you can say, okay, because this is a, we can see this is an impulse. This is an impulse, ne? This is an impulse.
Okay.
This is an
Wait
impulse.
for correction.
We wait for a correction. So we don't know if this correction will come and respect, because we have another level here.
Okay.
Maybe correction will play out and come to that level.
All
That's
right.
another level I see also. Because
Okay.
you can't just end, because this you can see is a strong impulse. So after impulse, we're expecting correction. Maybe we can wait for a correction. Maybe it might come to this level. Then you can enter.
Sell.
Yeah, you can say.
Okay.
Like
Sure.
here, let me show you. Like here. Here I say I have a head and shoulder. So once you train your eyes to spot these patterns, guys, this is the left shoulder. This was the head. And this was the right shoulder. So for me, I was going to expect it to go down, but it didn't go down immediately. It went again to give a double top. It went to give double top instead of respecting that head and shoulder. But that's what I noticed before the double top. And what I see again is let me remove this trend line, is a correction. There's a correction here. This was the impulse.
Yeah.
This was the impulse.
Yeah.
And when we wait for correction, this was a correction, guys. This was a correction. So after correction, this is perfect. Continuation.
Yeah, all right.
You see how simple it is. So you can see how many entries and confirmations that you get only here at this price.
Yeah.
Anyone, or I should move to the next pair. Let's go on there. So now we'll look at AUD, USD. AUD, USD. Like moving average already is telling you what's happening, guys. So let's put our, looking at this lowest low, we can see when price get here. Let me turn this into left so that I know to black, so I know where it's coming from, which time frame. This is our lowest low. This is our highest time. So someone asked me, Tepo, how do we know if we're gonna scalp or we're gonna swing? Guys, looking at this structure here, what type of entry you will take? So we left with 10 minutes. What type of entry you will say, like what type of strategy you use? It's gonna be a scalp, or it's gonna be swing trade or position trade. So for you to know, you check, okay, you can see this was an impulse, this was an impulse, this is a correction, guys. This is a correction. What do we expect? We expect continuation. So this is gonna be a swing trade. This is a swing trade. And check another confirmation we have. We have an inverse head and shoulder on a bigger time frame. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, you see that, guys? So from here, I said you wait for price to cross our moving average. You wait for price to cross our resisting trend line. You take your entry. Here is the neckline. You can wait for price also to cross the neckline, retest, and you take your entry. Let me check on the chart session, guys. Oh, someone said I must do NAS 100. Guys, for NAS 100, please go to YouTube video that I posted. Like, we don't have enough time, guys. We don't have enough time. Please. So, guys, we can see. So now we can see we're gonna buy AUD USD for a longest time. Let's go to, okay, I even forgot to put our, this is another. So this one we can see is a support turning to a resistance. And I said, if we have, this is an inverse head and shoulder. So this is what is a neckline. So the reason price is turning here is because we have a confluence zone here. We have a confluence zone, guys. We have a moving average, we have a resistance of this trend line, we have a resistance of a neckline. That's why that is a price is turning, because it's a confluence zone. So let's go on a weekly. I want to move quickly so that maybe I can try and do NASDAQ. So guys, another support and resistance is our trend line. So because we can't put horizontal trend line, we can put this type of trend line, supporting trend line like this. We can see when price get here, it is doing what is supported to go up. So I want to move to a daily, guys. I want to move to a daily time frame. Let me put a horizontal support here and change color. Oh, we have 6 minutes. Six minutes left. So what do you guys see here? We have another level here. Can see we have a level here. So now we have a double bottom here. So you're gonna buy here. And if you bought here, where you're gonna exit, you look at your moving average. If I bought here, I was gonna exit when price touch our moving average. That's where you exit. Another type of support and resistance is your Fibonacci level, is your Fibonacci. We take it from swing low to swing high. So we can see we have a level here. We have a level here. So I will show you sometime how to trade using Fibonacci. We have a level here because of Fibonacci. So Fibonacci level can act as your support or your resistance, guys. We can see here is a level, and you can see price is at this Fibonacci level here. So it might go down before start moving up. So let me remove this Fibonacci. Guys, time is moving too. So another entry you could have noticed is this one here.
Oh, yeah.
Another entry you could have noticed is this one here. You wait for what? For price to cross above. And when it closes here, we're gonna take your entry somewhere here. Let's say if it closes here, and maybe my target when price touch your moving average. When price touch your moving average, guys. I won't be able to do Nasdaq, guys. I won't be able to do Nasdaq. So another entry we can see here. So this was an impulse. We might expect a correction. So let's say we're gonna have this level here. Then we're gonna take an entry. So we can see now price is not fully closing above our moving average.
Yeah.
Let's say, let's put, guys, I want you to ask question, guys. We can see, okay, now we have a more of a confluence zone here. So we wait this for this 4 hour candle to close, and we can take our entry. Or maybe if we go on 1 hour, we will see what's happening. We can see, guys, on 1 hour when price was still below our moving average, it was moving down, guys. It was going down. But the minute it crossed our moving average and close, you could have taken your entry maybe from here on 1 hour. Oh, guys, I know I make Forex look easy, né? That one I'm definitely sure I make Forex look easy. And we're gonna target this daily. Remember, this green line is our daily resistance. So you're gonna target here. Another, it was also a moving at your trend line. So when price cross the trend line, what we're gonna do, we're gonna buy. Guys. Like, guys, yeah, I know I make it look simple, but it's not easy at its sound, guys, because when you trade, there's emotions involved. Remember, I said when price cross our resistance, it turns that resistance into support. So you might expect price to continue going up. And remember, on a monthly time frame, I said this is gonna be a swing trade. I said this is gonna be a swing trade, guys. So, guys, we left with 1 minute, guys. Anything you wanna ask? Anything you wanna say, guys? Or you all sorted?
We'll look at the video again, maybe, and then see if we have any questions. Well, looking for myself.
Yeah, because I know our time was very short because there's a lot that I wanted to cover, but because of the time that we have, guys, I will post the video, then maybe we'll continue again, guys. So guys, yeah, check the video on YouTube, and the person who asked for Nasdaq, check the video that I posted yesterday, guys. It was Nasdaq and US 30. Then we'll do Nasdaq maybe on Monday again, guys. So guys, see you guys, and leave the comment on the YouTube. Sorry?
Thanks,
I'm
sir,
asking
for-
I'm asking the period of the moving average that you were using.
It's 50 SMA, 50 SMA, close 3 pixel.
Okay.
It's move,
In the road map.
yeah, it's move close 50, 3 pixel, guys.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Sharp, I will leave the video on YouTube, guys. So please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.